Quonset Station is cozily welcoming us to Coastal Highway with a lot of loud, obnoxious, creaky noises and a lot of loot, as usual. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Challenges meta-series, where we are taking on the Nomad Challenge, and we're almost done in Coastal Highway. Then we have to visit Desolation Point, and then we have to double back, much to my chagrin, go back through Pleasant Valley, go to Timberwolf Mountain, and finish the challenge there. But thankfully, it's not going to require too much effort once we get there. So we've got this moosehide satchel. We're going to be setting that up quite soon. Before we even leave this area, we're going to finish curing the moosehide satchel and finish curing the moosehide and create the moosehide satchel. So let's go ahead and close that off. And I think I will sleep for about 7 hours. And you get to listen to these noises quite a bit for the next few moments. Again, we discussed in the last episode that it's not quite clear why these noises play so constantly. Probably just a bug. Not sure whether it's associated with weather or not. It seems pretty constant. Like they just don't notice. They just don't stop playing. So this is the worst example of what I was talking about early in the series when I was talking about overlapping sound. So it's January 2023, just the first update with Tales from the Far Territory has dropped, so it's possible that that this is just something that's an artifact of the first update and will be resolved as future updates continue to come out. So let's go ahead and pass some time for 12 hours. I do have a number of houses around me here that I'm going to loot as I move out of the zone in order to get some water. So I mentioned in the last episode that I will be kind of making a decision fairly soon on whether or not I'm going to hold on to my bow and arrow supplies, because the truth of the matter is we're playing on a difficulty where I've already got a revolver and a rifle. That's weight enough. On higher difficulty, I would not carry around all three. On higher difficulty, I'd probably not even have access to the rifle. My current custom codes for like against all odds level stuff do have the revolver, but they do not have the rifle anymore. So, that's not something I would typically have. And so I need to bear that in mind because I'm kind of carrying all the things and it's not necessary. Let me go ahead and drink some of these. But even if we remain slightly encumbered, which we might, we will be far less encumbered with the moosehide satchel than we would have otherwise, which is quite nice. So I'm looking forward to that greatly. Let's go ahead and sleep for another 8 hours here. 8 or 9. We'll probably only get 7 or so. Lovely noises. I was actually referring to the music that time, but yeah, there's lots of lovely noises in the background. I know it's obnoxious and not relaxing at all. We're getting through this as fast as we can. Let's see if we can pass the time for a little bit more. And we should be about a day and a half in after we're done here. God, those noises, they're non-stop. It makes me want to just go over to auto-ducking and just turn the game all the way down while I'm talking. I could do that. I could do it right now. I could literally do it right now. But I don't want to do something that might mess with the recording. I've never done that in real time before, so it's let me not tempt fate. I got to keep an eye on the calorie store. But I think I've got an MRE that I can chow down on, which will also help me get rid of some weight. So let's do that. I've got a couple of MREs. Ooh, that MRE is low condition too, so let me go ahead and eat that. What was that sound? What was that thumping sound? Did you hear that? Is that the sound of a food poisoning warning or something? I don't know. Okay. So we once again need to sleep for about, let's say, 7 hours. And now we should be mostly done. Again, we have to spend a little bit of extra time sleeping and passing time, more than we would normally, because we are trying to get the... All right, so we're 1.8, so we're a little bit farther away than we were when we nailed it so perfectly up in the lookout. So let's pass time for 12 hours. We might get a little thirsty here. I didn't actually drink anything, but you know what? You know what? I'll be okay. We'll live. We'll live. I know that's shocking in this amazingly challenging series that we're playing so far. I haven't emphasized this in a few episodes, but this is why we're doing the easy challenge first. This is so that I can remember how to talk while I play things, because I've been off YouTube for 2.5 years. So we're gonna just ease me back into it slowly but surely, and then we'll get to the hard stuff.
Thirsty, I can't think straight.
All right, so a couple of these sodas would come in handy. Very noisy. I love it so much. And actually, we are already out of water. Although I do still have some condensed milk, so that's going to help with that. All right, so now let me sleep for about 8 hours. And I think what I may do while the moose hide is finishing its curing is I might go like next door. I might poke my head around because it's daytime right now and just grab some water from nearby places. So it's 90% cured. We're almost there. It needs one after we're done here, which, yeah, we're at 2.6 days. All right, let me finish this up. We're going to finish this before I do anything else. Am I fully rested? Yes. I'm just going to drink some coffee. It's counterintuitive as far as like the energy benefit, but I'm getting hydration from it and calories. So we'll take that. And now let's, what do we have? Was it 2.6? So let's go ahead and say that I want to pass time for about 9 hours. And that should do it. And now, while the moose hide is finishing its curing, I will go grab some water from the nearby houses. And we'll still have to do a little bit of resting when I come back, but then I can make the satchel, which will take time, but I can kind of power through it with the water and the food that I have from these places I'm about to raid up. And then we'll proceed to the next location. There we go. We are done. Okay, now what? Let me see. I do have 4 pieces of scrap metal on me that I literally have no idea why I'm carrying those. So let's go ahead and drop those. Also, I can probably go ahead and drop 10 cloth, because that's been piling up for a bit. Yeah, to tell you the truth, I'm leaning increasingly towards not keeping the bow. As excited as I was to find the bow and to have all 4 really, projectile weapons, apart from the unique, weapons that are now in the game as well, which we haven't seen those yet, but they're in the game. They're quite cool. Apart from the novelty of having all of them, like, it's not benefiting me very much at all to have all that stuff filling my inventory up. So I'm going to drop the paper as well. Now let's go get some water. How we doing? 94% cured? Perfect. I'll put my head into the truck here because why wouldn't I? It's right here. Flare. Nothing in the visors. Remember, you can find things in the visor now. Usually referred to as memento caches. I feel like I heard footsteps just now. Missed. Damn it. Get off me. God. I knew I heard footsteps, and I'm not used to a wolf being right in front of me there. That was lucky. I just barely stabbed him, too, and he ran off. So that's our first actual wolf attack of the entire series. Let's see how that affected me. It honestly probably did next to nothing on this difficulty level. Oh, crap, I'm carrying things I don't need. Yeah, it did. That wolf did nothing to me. God. Oh, it's ridiculous. All right, I am going to search this kitchen. I'm mainly here for water, but I need to not slack on... I shouldn't have picked that up. I need to not slack on picking up food supplies. Mainly here for water. Dog food, good. We love that stuff around here. Ooh, crackers and crunchy stuff. Nice. Check the oven. Cooked fresh rabbit. Can I just go ahead and eat that, please? Yeah, let's go ahead and eat it. It's good condition. That is one funny thing about the game. Despite the fact they've refreshed the loot tables, you can still occasionally... Oh, nice. Water bottle and a Summit soda. You can still occasionally find, like, cooked food, cooked meat in these houses where it's like, that shouldn't be 100% condition. Just saying. You know, it just shouldn't be that. Yeah, see, I'm tempted to loot here, but we have such good gear already. Sorry, I just had to note something real quick. All right, so I mean, there is a chance that I could get slightly better clothing than I'm wearing on my interior layers, but I just, like, why do I need that at this point? You know? We're surviving perfectly well. A wolf just attacked us and did next to nothing. There's a cup of coffee. So I'm gonna not worry about it too much. I'm gonna not worry about it. We're gonna be fine. Okay, so I'll also poke my head into this house real quick and grab the water from there, just so that I have enough to cover me while I make the moosehide satchel, because I can't remember how long the moosehide satchel takes. Also, do I need guts? Oh, crap. I might need guts for the moosehide satchel, too. I completely forgot. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I do need guts. I need 2 cured guts. Okay. Well, there is a dead wolf somewhere nearby, so that is not the end of the world. We will deal with it. Those don't take as long to cure. They don't take nearly as long to cure. Wow. Wow. Holy crap. I have completely forgotten until just this moment.
I'll take it.
I'm sure y'all have been yelling at me in the comments, but I haven't seen those comments since I got the moosehide satchel. And just to be clear, because I appreciate you so much, and I'm still, at this moment, floored by the reception of the channel coming back online. Just to be clear, when I say y'all are yelling at me in the comments, I don't actually mean that I get yelled at in the comments a lot. And when someone does yell at me in the comments, their comments get deleted. The Legion does not yell at me. The Legion is kind and constructive, and you guys have just been awesome. So, for the record, I'm joking. For anyone newer around here, I don't mean that as... and I think most people, when they joke about getting yelled at in the comments, they're being a little bit facetious. But in our case, we're particularly fortunate, aren't we? Because we've got a good group going here. This community is... thanks in no small part to the Long Dark and some of the other games that we play on the channel. This community is... yes, I'm ignoring the flashlight. I don't need it.
Carry this load for much longer.
This community is just cream of the crop in terms of the regular commenters and subscribers. Cowichan sweater. Okay, see, that's why I was looting a little bit. Because that is a actual, like, that's worth having. So let's go ahead and put that on. I just was, like, randomly complimenting the, the community while walking around looting random drawers, not even...
I can use this.
Maybe I should just go the rest of the episode without commentating as penance. You know what I mean? What the actual hell is happening? This is so much stuff. Those are like the 2 best... oh wait, still need to repair it more. Those are the 2 best inner layer clothing items that I can recall. Let's repair one more time. Oh, can't repair in the dark. Of course not. Oh my god. Yeah, so now we're definitely in good shape. clothing-wise. I, like, don't need to loot houses anymore at this point. It's absurd. All right. Whew, I'm moving slow. Let's, I did already search in here. Yep, we're good. Let's just head back, because it is a little snowy outside. Let's go back over to the Quonset. Which is where, again? Oh, it's over here. And we do have to rest a little bit. Okay. %95 cured. Oh yeah, that's right. I needed to get the frickin' guts from the dead wolf, didn't I? Damn, that blizzard distracted me from that. Okay, well, fudge. I will have to do that. But right now, there's no point because of the blizzard. So let's go ahead and just drink some water. Man, I completely forgot about the guts. I'm mad about that. I completely and utterly forgot. I was just focused on the hide. Alright, so that storm should go away. And with any luck, I'll be able to find my way. I mean, the nice thing is, the corpse has been there long enough now, there should be some carrion crows to kind of guide me to it. Wait. Oh, did I get a sprain when the wolf was attacking me and I didn't even notice it? I guess I did. That's funny. Alright, so let's pass the time for about 5 more hours. So this should finish off the curing that the Moosehide Satchel has to do, but we're going to stick around here for a moment, because this satchel is worth having. There we go. Let's go ahead. Oh, wow, I'm carrying a lot of stuff. Hold on. It's just not necessary. Let's see. And here come the noises again. Let's put both of those energy drinks up. Don't need them. Let's go ahead and discard our older shirts. Where's the other one? Am I blind? Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it. All right. I am blind. No, let's see. I'm not going to worry about those sardines. They're not worth the risk. I guess I'll go ahead and put away some of the higher condition items that I have. Well, I'll sort by weight. And then put away high condition stuff like that and that. Get wrecked, tomato soup. Who needs you? All right, let's see if we can go find that wolf. I'm hoping for decent weather. Damn it. This is the worst. This is the farthest thing from what I wanted to happen. But I do hear them. Oh, actually, they're close. So we're going to grab... Honestly, I don't think I'm even going to fully harvest this wolf. I'm just going to grab its guts. I don't have a hacksaw, but come to think of it, I think there is a hacksaw. I'm just moving towards the sound of the crows. There is a hacksaw that I didn't pick up. All right, I think I see him. There's a hacksaw that I didn't pick up in the Quonset. There he is. Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you wear headphones. You play in the long dark. Because I was literally using that to guide me towards this guy. All right, 2 guts. That's exactly what I need. Oh, nice. So it's still going to give me the 2 guts relatively quickly, even though it's a frozen corpse. All right, now let's back off. Because those guts are putting off a little bit of a stink. Now we're going to let those cure. I can't recall how long guts take to cure, so we're going to have to we're going to have to sit in the Quonset for a while longer. Although what I might do, I think what I'm going to do is Yeah. I'm going to go to this house over here and cure them over here so that we can stay in a place that's not so noisy and ridiculous. Then we'll go back and get the moose hide because we need the workbench that's inside the Quonset. So we'll let them cure in here. How about that? Thought I heard footsteps. Wish you could go down in there. That'd be so cool. Every time I see it, I'm like, did they add the basement? Is it there? But it's not there. Sad day. Okay. So now we're here. Let's go ahead and drop those on the ground. And while we wait on those, I will go ahead and turn on the lantern and we'll take a look around here. And we're just going to rest here and relax. Another cup of coffee. So similar loot table to a place we've already looted. This happens a lot in higher difficulty, in lower difficulty, higher loot table zones. More loot rich.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
You'll see like more similarity in terms of like what items spawn where. Banged up tomato soup. Wow, I put all my tomato soup down. The game is like, watch this. Have some more, Hadrian. You know you love it. You know you want to drink it. That's just yet another of our many channel memes. If you're newer here. If you watch some of the more recent seasons of Against All Odds, you will see why. I think it was season 5. Might have been season 4, but I think it was season 5. Anything on the ground in here? I mean, I see some boots over there. I'm not worried about them, though. By the way, I know the Cowichan sweater is not fully repaired up yet. It's about 86% condition. I did see that. But I'm... I don't care. I just don't care. Like, I have so much ridiculous good clothing on me. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Like, it just doesn't matter. We're fine. A wolf couldn't even dent my clothing. It's like armor. It's absurd. All right. They're 1% cured. So I think it's 2 days. I think. So what we're going to do is test that theory. It's either 2 days or 5 days. If it's 5 days, I'm going to be annoyed because I just screwed up. But we're going to have this moose hide satchel no matter what. So if we take a little bit of extra time to make it happen, then that's what we'll do. So this rainbow trout is cooked. I'm going to eat it. We have lots of water right now. Like almost too much. But that's good because we're going to pass a lot of time here. So let's see. Wait, how much? Okay, I can sleep for about 5 hours. So that will give me some information because that would mean it's been about 5.5 hours since I put them down. So I can use that to do some math. All right, woke up fully rested. So that was probably more like 4 hours. 4% cured. Yeah, I think it's 5 days. I think it's 5. I think it's 5. That's frustrating. So, but that's why we came to the quiet house, so that we can do this quickly-ish. Yeah, let's now rest. Let's pass the time for 12 hours. See, if I had remembered, then what I could do is I could have had some guts curing alongside the hide, and we would not have to do this. But I didn't remember that I also needed guts, which I should have remembered, frankly. I was just so excited about the moose hide that I got one-track minded. I got one hide minded, if you will. And that was all she wrote. And as a result of that, we are now having to double back and get some guts. But thankfully that wolf was kind of providential in that way. Otherwise I would have had to go look for some guts. I've also skipped past most of the prop deer this series so far. which is worth acknowledging. I'm going to go ahead and eat the lower condition cans of soup I have, just so that if they're going to give me food poisoning, they may as well do it while I have to do all this resting, you know? Might as well get this out of the way. All right, this is probably... God, I've got a lot of low-condition cans of peaches. That's going to be a little risky. But I would almost be tempted to, like, intentionally food poison myself right now. I mean, just because we're playing at this difficulty level. But, like, the reason would be that I would exhaust myself more easily while passing time. So I could sleep for bigger chunks of time as a consequence of that. So let's go ahead and sleep for 8 hours. Yeah, this is much better than staying in the Quonset. Much better than staying in the Quonset. Okay, so now I guess I will pass time for another 12 hours. Let's check on the guts real quick and see how they're doing. Yeah, 20% cured. The frustrating thing is that this is a 5-day stay, not a 3-day stay like we've been doing so far. So it's even more like passing time and just moving through things as quickly as we can and yet monotonously. So it's completely my bad. I'm almost tempted to do it off camera, but I've got a pretty firm rule about that on the channel. I try not to... I mean, it's happening at the end of the episode here, so you can feel free to skip the rest, because you know what this episode's going to consist of, if you want. But I try to leave stuff on camera as much as I can. And there are always, I think, mixed opinions on that, as far as whether that's really effective viewing. Some people really like it. Some people, whether it's really effective as like an editing strategy or as like a viewer retention strategy, put it that way. But some people really like it. I think editing content is hit or miss. And sometimes when you edit content and you cut things out, I remember watching some of Dr. K's videos from Healthy Gamer a while back, and some people were complaining in the comments because the video had been pretty heavily edited to take out his pauses. And it's a different example, I know. It's different from like adding another 5 or 10 minutes of monotonous action in a game, but it's the same basic principle where it's like people were saying, you know, you took out these pauses, but like the pauses and like while someone is speaking and talking about important topics on camera, pauses are meaningful, and like you don't want to edit those out. You know, you don't want to remove those. And so when you cut content up to make it like more appealing to shorter attention spans, I think there's a healthy portion of the population that is like definitively not interested in that whatsoever. And there's a healthy portion of the population that is, and that's fine. I mean, you can make an argument that it's not fine, that we should all be trying to increase our attention spans. But the point is, things are as they are, and it's certainly good to edit content down to more reasonable levels of, to more reasonable amounts of like pauses and to waste as little time as possible. But I prefer not to edit. I prefer to leave the full gameplay experience in, including the flaws, including the blemishes, including the mistakes. I will occasionally edit when I make an egregious error. I've talked about that in the channel before. And actually, because so much of the Legion likes it so much that I don't edit, there tends to be a little bit of a like, oh, really? Why would you do that? Like, but there are occasionally mornings where like I'm not feeling well and I make a mistake that I know I wouldn't have made if not for an external factor that's unique to that day that has nothing to do with the channel. And it's like, you know what? That's frustrating enough and off-putting enough for like the track of the series that I kind of want to do over on that. So there are things like that where I will sometimes, go back and give something a different attempt, or if I have to fix some kind of mistake. So, but it's the exception and not the rule. The rule is I don't edit the gameplay that you see. You see everything, and I like it that way. Anyway, I will get off my soapbox now. Let's see, 46% cured. Good. We're almost halfway. Let's now sleep for 8 hours. Gonna need to eat something when I get up, but that's fine, because I've got some stuff that I need to eat. All right, condition. Let's go ahead and eat this MRE. What's left of it anyway. That's 854 calories worth of military rations. See, all the food that we picked up from these houses is pretty much completely supporting my efforts here to get this done. All right, so now let's pass time for another 12 hours. Keep going. And once the guts are fully cured, the good thing about the crafting process is crafting process rapidly, like it's going to pass some more time, but it does so rapidly. So once this is done, once these guts are cured, and once the moose hide is cured, we'll be completely set. Because I just have to craft the thing, and that'll take some time, but I've got the water that I need and the resources that I need to take care of me in the meantime. And then I'll be able to carry a lot of stuff, and we can plow through the rest of the challenge and move on with the next one, which will be Archivist, the second easiest challenge. Let me go ahead and eat this dusty condensed milk. Dusty milk, doesn't that just sound like something you want in your life right now? Dusty milk. Yeah, that's a thing that I need. You know what else I need? These sardines. A little bit of water there. Actually, I wasn't able to eat them all because my meter was full enough. So, tell you what, yeah, let's drink the Summit Soda. Lost some caloric value there, unfortunately. But you know what? I'm just gonna say I'm okay with it, to be honest. I'm all right with it. Yeah, I think I would much rather just drag this episode out a bit and do this on camera than do it off. So let's see how the guts are doing. 68% cured. Perfect. We are getting there. Nearly 3/4 of the way there. Let's drink some water. And actually, I think I'm going to be completely fine. I don't have to worry necessarily about running out of water, even when I'm crafting the satchel. So let's pass the time. Yep, pass the time for 12 hours. See, I've had to do this so many times now, passing 5 days in this house. Thank God cabin fever's not a thing, because I would definitely have it right now. 100%. You're not meant to do this in the long dark. They added cabin fever to prevent players from doing this and cranking up their survival time. You would think at some point Jennifer and or Mark would get tired of playing cards. By the way, if you're wondering, if you're newer here and you've missed why I refer to Astrid as Jennifer and why I refer to Will as Mark, those are the voice actors' names. And it's just something that I started early on in Against All Odds because I am familiar with the actors because they played the male and female Commander Shepard in Mass Effect, and that's one of my favorite games ever. So I just affectionately started referring to them by their actors' names before the story mode was launched, and that habit just kind of stuck. Even though we now know the characters' names, I call them Mark and Jennifer, not Will and Astrid. It's just a habit that has refused to break itself. All right, 83% cured. So pretty much one more day is what we're doing now. So let's pass time for 12 hours. And I'll go ahead and make the moose-hide satchel at the end of this one. So I'm dragging this episode out a little bit. I would have probably recorded one more episode today, but since we had an episode a few ago that went long and this one's going long, I'll justify it that way. Oh, okay, starting to run out of thirst. That's fine though, it's not going to hurt us too much. Drink. Now let's see how things are. You can... I love that modification to the line. It's perfect. All right, I'm just going to consume this maple syrup because it's rich in caloric value. And I'm going to mosey over here and look at the cured guts. 94% cured. So yeah, I think once I sleep through the rest of this night, I'll be pretty much golden. So let's go ahead and do that. Got about 8 hours that I need to sleep. 7 or 8. You know how many at this point. We're on a cycle, and I have about the same amount every time. So between 6 and 8, somewhere in there, depending on how closely we nail it. All right, let's see how those are doing. They should be very close. 99%. Perfect. So we're done. We are done. Let's pass the time. $99. You know what? I'm just going to pass it right here. No, not the map. Just wait for them to change color. There we go. Perfect. Cured gut. Cured gut. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Moose-hide satchel. Moose-hide satchel. Yes, I'm using trigger discipline. Keep your finger off the trigger of this thing. I think I hear a wolf trying to sneak up on me. Pretty sure I heard a wolf stepping around somewhere nearby. Might not have known I was there yet, but it was about to find out if I didn't get the heck out of the way. All right. Cured moose-hide. Here we go. Let's drink this soda. Let's also drink this coffee. Make sure my energy's completely topped off. And now workbench, moose-hide satchel. Oh, 10 hours. That's all we need. All right, so it's the sewing kit that we need. Let's go ahead and just do... Let's see how the first 6 hours of it go. Not bad. So we can definitely just knock out the remaining 4. And finally be done with this little chore. Son, you better stay up. Got it. Moose-hide satchel. All right. Let's see what our inventory situation looks like now. It does seem like, yeah, we're pretty much going to have to drop the bow. But let's see. Where'd you go? Moose-hide satchel. Or did it equip you automatically? No, of course it didn't. That doesn't make sense. What in the hecking heck? There it is. Okay. Well, actually, it needs to be on this screen anyway, so. All right, so we're going to wear that. It does mean, unfortunately, that I'm going to lose the warmth bonus that I gained from that. I'd rather have my crampons on. So let's wear that. And now we are at 92.18 of 88 pounds. So I'm going to, before I end this episode, let's light the lantern. We're about 40 minutes in here. Let's light the lantern. And what I would... Yeah, let's go ahead and drop that spray paint because I shouldn't have had that on me anyway. It's useless. It's not completely useless. It's just mostly useless. There's those noises again. They're not quite as loud this time, though. Have you noticed that? Since we stepped back in here? Not quite as obnoxiously loud. Okay, and also we're going to drop the arrows that we've picked up along the way. I'm going to drop a couple of these cans. There we go. We're underneath encumbrance. And last but not least, I think I had some metal arrowheads from harvesting some things. Where did those go? Unless I dropped them already. Didn't I have some arrowheads? I really thought I did. I'm going to put the crow's arrows up as well. Oh, no, they're there. There they are. Transfer all. Perfect. Okay, and with that being done, I'm going to go ahead and, first of all, sleep for 6 hours. Got the moose-hide satchel. But now we have a glorious trek ahead of us. We have some stops to make along the way to Desolation Point, and then we will double back and head for the Mountaineer's Hut to finish out the challenge. So just to look at our list, we're about 2/3 of the way through. Actually, hang on, let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. We are exactly 2/3 of the way through, in fact. There's 15 locations. So we have to do the Lonely Lighthouse, Stone Church, Cinder Hills Coal Mine, Crumbling Highway, and then, I'm like 99% certain all of these are in DP. And then Mountaineer's Hut will be in Timberwolf Mountain. So we'll be heading back for that one, and then we'll be done with this first series in the meta series. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.